sponsored by Crown Technology Consultants, where we fix it right at your site. You can reach us for any type of on-site or in-house repair at 678-398-9123, or you can send us an email to info@computercrown.com. We will service you with the professionalism and royalty that you deserve. Now, continuing on our Vista track, as you know, Vista came out January 29th, and it's an opportunity for people to really unleash the power of the new computers or upgrade their XP to a new system. We always get asked, why do you need to upgrade? What's the difference? Well, today is the show that you've been waiting for. We're going to show you the difference. What can Vista do that XP could never do? Or could it? Let's begin. All right. First, it's called Search from Anywhere. Now, Search from Anywhere really means search from anywhere on your computer. With XP, you're limited to only 3 areas to search from. And that's from the Start menu. That is from the Search menu on Internet Explorer or the Windows Explorer, or the application search itself. Vista, however, has a little surprise for you. You have way more options to search from, and we're going to show you them right now. Now, you can search from the Start panel, from inside Windows Explorer, and you can actually save any search that you create to a folder. What does that mean to you? That means if you're searching for the same thing every week, why don't you have a special folder that will dynamically, that means update all the time, all the content in there as you're doing the search. So, I'm trying to find searches right now. Okay, well, let's see what happens. I'm going to show you a panel. Now, take a look at the screen. As you see, this is the Vista Start panel. It looks a little bit different than the XP Start panel, doesn't it? As you can see, you have the Network Connect to on the right-hand side. But look at the way at the bottom. As you see, it says, I can search for anything on my PC here. Now, it actually doesn't say that. I just typed that in. But if I wanted to, I can find anything, and it will show up right there on the Start panel. So it's not like I have to open up another window to see where my stuff is. Let's say I want to find, where did I leave that shortcut to Microsoft Word? Well, if I type in WORD, Microsoft Word will show up. Plus, every document created in Microsoft Word will show up. And what if I typed in Frazzlefrazz, my dog? It will show not only Frazzlefrazz in all of the documents that the dog's name is in, but everything else, either PowerPoint, pictures, whatever, that his name or likeness is in. Pretty cool, huh? That's a pretty nice trick. Now take a look over here. You can even search here. If you're in a Windows Explorer browser, you will be able to type in on the upper right-hand corner of every single Explorer window anything you want. And the results are, get this is the cool part. As you're typing in the search, it automatically actually populates the lower Explorer window with the information. In other words, if you're typing in ice cream, as you're typing in ICE, it's now populating everything that has ice in it. And when I type in CRE, and it filters automatically. You don't have to push enter or go or get on. It's doing it dynamically at the same time you're actually searching. That is just way cool. Now, another thing that Vista does that XP just can't do is called user access control. Well, what is user access control? That's right. Oh, yes. User access control is sort of protects the users from themselves. The major reason viruses attack is because of user stupidity. I hate to be blunt with you. Yeah, people do things that they really don't know what they're doing. And sometimes they'll delete files they're not supposed to, or they'll invite little pests into their computer that aren't supposed to be there. It's just one extra step of protection, really to help you from yourself, especially if you're new to computers. A lot of my clients who are new to computers actually tried this. It's a bit annoying at first because it stops you almost every time of every single aspect. But once you get used to it, the computer, it grows on you. But the major advantage of this is for the parental control part, and I'll talk about that later. But non-administrators now have to enter an admin password to continue. That makes it so, let's say I'm Johnny. I'm Johnny, and I have my parents' login, and all the files that Johnny wants to grab are on my parents' profile. Now, Johnny doesn't have much access, very limited. So what if he clicks on his parents' files of, I don't know, xxx.com. We all know what that means. What's going to happen is the computer's going to go back, and it's going to say, all right, if you're really Johnny's parents, what's the password? Johnny doesn't know the password. Oops, so bad for Johnny. Now, on XP, however, a lot of the accounts all have administrative rights, all of them. It's very easy to do that because they start off with that. So Johnny does the same thing. He goes to xxx.com. Ooh, Johnny. They show up right there. There's no filtering. So at Vista, at least there's an amount of protection. Of course, you have to set this up yourself. And like I said, next broadcast, we're going to show you how to do that. But for now, just trust me, set this up. This will really help you out in the long run from Johnny's eyes. Now, the next thing that Vista does that can really speed up your system is called Ready Boost. What is Ready Boost? Very simple. You know those USB sticks that you see for like $5.99 everywhere, and they have like a 1 gig or 2 gig, 3 gig? Did you know that you can supercharge your computer by plugging it right into Vista, into the USB port? Yes. Using a special flash drive, you can actually increase the RAM of the computer. Vista's requirements are pretty high. As I told you in the past, you need at least 2 gigabytes of RAM to get this horse rolling down the street. Most people have 512, maybe 1. What if you could pop another 1 gig in the USB port and make it 2 gigs? Now, it doesn't guarantee that it's going to run like it has 2 gigs, but at least it's sort of like an electric wheelchair, man. At least it gives you an extra push. I'd say it speeds the system up to 40%, and Lord, it's very easy to install. You plug it into the USB port, and a menu's going to pop up and say, hey, you just stuck a memory stick in there. What do you want to do? Do you want to store data to it, or do you want to speed up the computer? I want to speed up the computer for 100, pal. There you go. Therefore, you now have a little bit faster computer, especially for all those games you want to play. All right. The other thing that Vista does have is a much easier setup on the network. Oh, very easy. Okay. Before I go on to the next portion of that, I'm going to show you something do something real quick. Let's say you just brought your computer home. You're setting up Vista, first time ever. You have a Ethernet or network cable plugged directly into the computer, and the computer recognizes that it exists. Okay, that's the scenario. When you start up Vista, this is a cool thing. Now, I couldn't capture the screen because it's doing setup. Really can't do that. So I'm going to explain it to you the best I can. When you start Vista up for the first time, and it actually detects your network card, that's the key. If you see this screen, that means you don't have to install any drivers for your network card. It's going to stop and say, all right, are you in a home network, a work network, or a public network? They're going to ask you that. Home network is when you are at home, private area, there's really no one around, and you can share whatever you want, music, videos, with everyone. That's cool. A work environment is you're sharing in a closed environment, but surely you don't want to see the music and the videos of your coworkers. So they're blocked out. But the printer is shareable, and a couple of the key files are shareable. And of course, a public is like if you're in a Wi-Fi spot or Starbucks or Borders, you don't want anyone to see anything about you. So the only thing you're going to be able to share is the network itself, none of the resources. Getting to that, let's go. All right. In order to set that up, there are 5 total steps to add a PC to a wired or wireless. 5. That's it. Just 5. XP has 11. I counted this. 11 different ways for steps. And not only do you have to have 11 steps, you're going to actually need to have brain power, more than the crown in your head, to actually get that working if you're not a computer-savvy person. And getting to a printer, it only takes 3 steps to install a printer. Just 3. Whereas a XP machine, 7. And not only 7, you have to know a lot about your printer, like the IP address, which computer the printer is actually on, which network it's part of. A lot of things that someone like me would be more than happy to do. But if I'm not around, yeah, it's kind of tough. And one step, just one step to make all your files shareable, or not. Like I said, if you don't want all your files shared, click one button on Vista, done. With XP, you have to manually check every single folder that you want shared, all of them. If you have 6 folders shared, you have to do it 6 times. Vista, one shot, shuts everything down. Cool, man, just straight up cool. Now, before we say goodbye for this portion, we're going to show you things you could do to emulate Vista on your XP machine. What if you like XP, but you love the look of Vista, and you want to dress it up to make it look like XP? Well, this is what you can do. Here are the free items that you can do. As you can see, Windows Media Player 11, I showed you that last week. Internet Explorer 7, they're free, but you have to go to the websites of Microsoft and go get them. Google Desktop, what does Google Desktop do? It puts the sidebar up that Vista has. So you'll have a sidebar on the right-hand side with the clock, the weather, and things like that. Windows Defender, of course, the anti-spyware thing I told you about. That will allow you to protect you against anti-spyware, or spyware, things like that. Microsoft ActiveSync is for the Windows mobile devices. That includes like the Blackjack or the Trio or items like that. Vista comes with what is called the Windows Mobile Device Center, very executive. But for XP, it's called Microsoft ActiveSync. Now, if you're using a PDA and synchronizing it with Windows, you probably already have that one there. So those are the free items that you can get. Now, before I move on to other items, I want to just tell you about something called the Vista Transformation Pack. They're up to version 7 right now. If you do a search for Vista Transformation Pack on Google, you'll notice it. It's at windowsshrinex.net. That's right, windowsshrinex.net. Therefore, there's a link to get to the Vista Transformation Pack, and what it does is it will emulate all the looks of Vista, including the search panel, that search bar that I told you about at the beginning. Remember how I said, well, XP couldn't do that in his wildest dreams? Well, sort of can now. Not to the extent of Vista, not all the way through Vista, but XP can do it from the start panel, which is cool. It's a good start. It also changes the background, the skins, the wall screensavers, all that stuff. If you really like XP, but you like the look of Vista, then I would recommend that. However, if you really want to get down and dirty with a Vista look, you're going to have to kick us some cash. For instance, if you want the power of parental control, you're going to pay $79.99 for the 2007 edition of Norton Internet Security. Now, if you want Microsoft Office protecting Outlook, you're going to have to pay $200 for that. Now, the reason why I put Outlook on here as a pay item is because Vista comes with a contact database, a calendar, and a to-do list already included with the system. So if you have an XP system, you're not going to have a fully featured address book. You're going to have a very low-key address book and no calendar. Outlook gives you those things, but for $200. Backup service, of course, $150 for a professional backup service, either online or I go by yearly, so $150 a year. So $150, or you're going to have to get a big backup system that comes with software for it to work. And if you like the pictures and videos part of Vista, which is really cool with the multimedia portion, you're going to pay about $99 for Photoshop. So you don't have to go to Vista, but you're going to kick out a lot of money if you like all the Vista features in your XP machine. So, yeah, there you go. That's it for this week. Now, next time, we're going to tell you in detail how parental control works and how it can help you protect your kitties. Again, my name is Eddie Hines, and I thank you so much for attending our little class. For more information for us and our website, please go to computercrown.com. Sign up to be a Crown Insider and get our Regal Resources e-zine. Don't worry, it's free. And we hope you learned something today. Thanks for watching, and have a blessed day.